Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Sister Wives world has been shaken once again, this time by a revelation that dives deep into the heart of the Brown family's long-standing tensions. PAEDON Brown, the only son of Christine and KODY Brown, has opened up in a raw, emotionally charged statement about what he says were painful memories from his childhood, memories that have left fans of the TLC show both heartbroken and furious. In a candid discussion that's now sparking viral conversations across social media, PAEDON alleged that KODY Brown, the patriarch of the Sister Wives clan, used to scream at him when he was young, creating an environment that he says was far from loving. For years, viewers have seen KODY Brown portray himself as a father doing his best to manage a massive family across multiple households, but PAEDON's latest confession paints a very different picture, one that raises serious questions about what really went on behind the cameras and the smiling family portraits. According to PAEDON, growing up in a plural family wasn't just chaotic, it was emotionally draining and often left him feeling unseen and unheard. "I remember him yelling. Not talking, not disciplining, yelling," PAEDON reportedly said, his voice heavy with a kind of pain that only time and distance can make someone brave enough to share. "It was terrifying sometimes," he added, "because I was a kid, and when your dad raises his voice like that, you don't just hear it, you feel it. You feel it in your chest." This shocking confession has stirred outrage among fans who have watched the Browns' journey for over a decade. Many remember KODY's strict demeanor, his sharp tone during family meetings, and his fiery temper in episodes where control seemed to be slipping through his fingers. While KODY has often defended his intensity as passion or frustration over being misunderstood, PAEDON's statements now hint that his behavior may have been more deeply rooted in anger than viewers realized. Christine Brown, PAEDON's mother, has previously spoken about her reasons for leaving KODY, citing emotional neglect, favoritism toward Robin, and a lack of partnership, but PAEDON's new revelations take it even further. "Mom protected us as much as she could," he admitted, "but when she wasn't around, it was different. Dad wanted respect, but he didn't earn it. He demanded it." Those words hit hard, especially for longtime Sister Wives fans who remember KODY emphasizing his role as the spiritual leader of the family, expecting his wives and children to follow the order of the household. However, PAEDON's recollection suggests that KODY's leadership may have been built more on fear than faith. The timing of PAEDON's statements couldn't be more significant, coming months after season 19 of Sister Wives aired, a season that already left audiences divided over KODY's ongoing favoritism toward Robin and his detachment from his other children. PAEDON's confessions give even more weight to what fans already suspected, that KODY's relationships with his older children have been severely damaged. "There were moments I wanted to run," PAEDON admitted. "Not just leave the house, run away. It wasn't just one bad day, it was a pattern. Dad's anger wasn't random. It was part of who he was." Fans online have expressed deep concern, calling for TLC to investigate how much of the Browns' behind-the-scenes family dynamics were hidden to protect the show's image. "PAEDON's story makes so much sense," one fan wrote on Reddit. "We saw the kids' body language for years. They looked nervous, quiet, and careful around KODY." Another commented, "Christine leaving wasn't just about being unloved. It was about protecting her kids from the chaos." While some defend KODY, arguing that raising 18 children under intense public scrutiny would drive anyone to their breaking point, others say that nothing excuses verbal aggression toward a child. What makes this even more haunting is that PAEDON's claims aren't coming out of nowhere. His sisters, particularly Gwendolyn and Mykelti, have hinted at similar emotional struggles growing up. Gwendolyn has previously spoken about feeling distant from her father, claiming that KODY wasn't really around and didn't make her feel valued. PAEDON's story now adds another layer, not just of absence, but of active emotional harm. He shared that his relationship with KODY as an adult is complicated, strained, and uncertain. "We talk sometimes, but it's not what people think," he said. "He's not really sorry for what happened. He just doesn't want it to be talked about." That line sent chills down fans' spines because it mirrored KODY's pattern of deflection throughout the show's history. When confronted about his failures as a father or husband, he often blamed others, usually Christine or Janelle, instead of reflecting on his actions. For Christine, PAEDON's words are bittersweet vindication. She has often been accused of poisoning the kids against their dad after leaving the plural marriage, but now, her son's testimony suggests she may have simply been trying to protect them from emotional damage. "Mom was our safe place," PAEDON said, "and I'll always thank her for that." Fans who have followed Christine's journey since her split from KODY have watched her blossom, rediscovering herself, finding love with David Woolley, and stepping confidently into a new phase of her life. But PAEDON's story reminds everyone that Christine's strength was forged in hardship, that she endured more than the cameras ever showed. As for KODY, he's faced mounting criticism for years, particularly since 3 of his 4 wives left him. His image has shifted from a charismatic leader of a large family to an isolated, defensive man living with 1 wife and a shrinking sense of control. PAEDON's account also reignites the debate about how sister wives portrayed family life versus the reality behind it. TLC has long branded the Browns as pioneers of plural marriage, showing viewers a functional, if unconventional, family dynamic. But as more of KODY's adult children speak out, that image seems to crumble. "It wasn't love, it was survival," PAEDON said bluntly. "We learned to stay quiet, to make things easier." The haunting simplicity of that statement has sparked countless discussions online about generational trauma and the cost of keeping up appearances for television. In many ways, PAEDON has become one of the few Brown children to speak openly without fear of backlash, using his platform to share uncomfortable truths. Still, his tone isn't vengeful, it's weary, as if he's tired of holding secrets that were never his to carry. "I don't hate my dad," he clarified. "I just wish he knew how much he hurt us." That quiet honesty has made PAEDON a sympathetic figure among Sister Wives fans, who see him as a survivor of emotional turmoil that shaped much of his upbringing. His words also underscore the complex web of loyalty and loss that defines the Brown family to this day. KODY, meanwhile, has yet to respond publicly to his son's claims, though insiders say he's aware of the growing backlash online. Some speculate that KODY will eventually address the allegations in a future season or special, while others believe he'll remain silent, hoping the noise will fade. But silence might not save him this time, not when the people he once led are now the ones telling their own stories. In the broader context of the Sister Wives universe, PAEDON's revelation feels like another domino falling in a long line of collapses that began years ago. First came Christine's departure, then Janelle's disillusionment, then Mary's quiet exit, and now, the children, speaking for themselves. The narrative is no longer about a plural marriage surviving modern society. It's about the emotional aftermath of a family that fractured under one man's ego and the toll it took on those forced to live inside it. PAEDON's choice to come forward may not only be therapeutic for him, but also a turning point for fans who once idolized KODY as a devoted, if overwhelmed, father. In reality, as PAEDON suggests, he may have been more controlling than caring, more commanding than compassionate. Social media has exploded with reactions, with thousands of fans expressing both heartbreak and validation. Many say they suspected emotional issues within the Brown household for years. "You could see it in the kids' eyes," one longtime viewer wrote. "KODY wasn't a gentle dad. He was all about control." Others have called out TLC for continuing to air the show despite the visible pain of its younger cast members. They profited off dysfunction. A user on X, formerly Twitter, wrote, "Now the truth is coming out, and it's darker than anyone thought." Despite the storm of attention, PAEDON has handled the aftermath with surprising grace. Rather than lashing out, he's focused on encouraging open conversation about family trauma, emotional abuse, and forgiveness. "We can't heal what we don't talk about," he said, adding that he hopes sharing his truth will inspire others from difficult homes to speak up. That message has resonated deeply with fans who grew up in strict or controlling households. His courage to break the silence has also opened the door for other siblings to speak up, and many are wondering if Michael T., Gwendolyn, or even Isabel will share their own experiences next. As the dust settles, one thing is clear. PAEDON's confession has changed the sister wives' narrative forever. It's no longer just about who left KODY, who stayed, or how KODY Pass will be divided. It's about the real cost of emotional pain that simmered beneath the surface for years, the tears that didn't make it to the screen, the shouts that echoed long after the cameras stopped rolling. Whether KODY chooses to defend himself or not, fans are beginning to rewrite the story on their own terms, seeing the Brown family not as a symbol of unconventional love, but as a cautionary tale about control, pride, and the long shadows they cast on children's lives. PAEDON's bravery in speaking his truth marks a powerful moment, a reminder that sometimes healing begins when someone dares to break the silence. The boy who once trembled under his father's voice has grown into a man strong enough to tell the world what he endured, and in doing so, he's helping others find their voices too. The sister wives' world may never be the same again, and perhaps that's for the better. Because now, the truth isn't hidden behind staged smiles or carefully edited confessionals. It's out in the open, raw, and real, just like the wounds that made it necessary to be told. And as fans continue to process PAEDON's revelation, one thing is certain. The story of the Browns has entered a new chapter, one where the children, not the patriarch, finally get to be heard. In the days following PAEDON Brown's emotional revelation, the fallout across the sister wives community has been explosive. Longtime fans of the TLC show, who once admired KODY Brown's charisma and unconventional leadership, are now questioning everything they thought they knew about the man behind the cameras. Social media has erupted with debates, think pieces, and fan theories dissecting KODY's behavior over the years, with many clips resurfacing from earlier seasons, moments that fans now claim show clear signs of KODY's temper and lack of patience, especially with his older children. "We missed it for years," one viewer wrote on Reddit. "We thought it was just tension, but looking back, he really was shouting, talking over people, and demanding respect instead of earning it." Meanwhile, Christine Brown's subtle but poignant reaction has spoken volumes. Without naming names, she posted a quote to her Instagram stories just hours after PAEDON's claims began trending. "The truth always finds its way out, no matter how deeply it's buried." Fans flooded her comments with words of support, calling her the real hero of the Brown family, and thanking her for creating a safe environment for her children despite the chaos around her. Insiders close to the family claim that KODY is furious over the allegations, reportedly feeling betrayed by his son's decision to speak publicly. "He thinks PAEDON is exaggerating to get attention," one source said, "but deep down, he knows those moments happened." Robin Brown, often seen as KODY's emotional anchor, is said to be deeply upset as well, allegedly telling friends that the accusations are hurting the family name. But fans are not buying the damage control. Many believe KODY's anger toward PAEDON's honesty is proof that he still refuses to take responsibility for the emotional toll his parenting may have caused. TLC, for its part, has remained silent, though insiders whisper that producers are reevaluating how to handle future storylines after the backlash. Viewers are demanding transparency, not carefully curated family meetings, but real accountability. The conversation has now evolved beyond the Brown family, becoming a larger cultural discussion about reality TV families, parental power, and the trauma children endure in homes where control overshadows compassion. And in the middle of it all stands PAEDON, calm but resolute, saying he has no regrets about speaking up. "You can't heal from what you're afraid to face," he wrote in a recent post, and those words have become something of a rallying cry for fans who believe this truth, long hidden, was never meant to stay quiet forever.